What's up, tribe? It's your girl, Coach Coco, and I got a word for somebody today. Listen, I need to speak to somebody who needs to understand that the attacks that you are feeling right now is because you are about to reach another level. Let me just inform you. The enemy, one, does not attack you when you're on his team. Number two, the enemy attacks you when you are walking in your divine assignment. Number three, the enemy does not want you to get there. So he is going to bring chaos into your life. You're going to feel this uncomfortableness at the workplace, in your family. It might be with your children. It might be with your spouse. It might be with a parent. It might be with a sibling. It might be with extended family. It doesn't matter. You must know that the enemy is not for family. He attacks the family unit. That's why he came for Adam and Eve. It started from the beginning, okay? Don't be confused by him. When you start experiencing such chaos in your family, especially depending on what cycles you are breaking, you have to know that you are on the right path when you start feeling opposition at home, okay? The enemy does not want you to reach your destiny. The abundance that God has promised for you, he does not want you to come into that. He does not want you walking in alignment with God. He's going to destroy that has been purposed on your life because that's his job. He doesn't want you to believe in what it is that God has placed down on the inside of you because he is not for what God is for. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he's going to do that by causing confusion, by causing chaos. He roams to and fro to see who he can devour. He's very strategic in his attempts. He knows all of your weak points. He knows where he can get you. And I promise you, he does not sleep. When you are facing so many trials and tribulation, when the enemy is trying to confuse you, when you don't know what direction to go, this is all signs that you are going in the right direction, that you are headed to another level. This is all signs that you are about to have a breakthrough. I want you to understand, do not get out of understanding what God is already doing in your life. You might not be where you want to be, but you can see God's hand and provision in your life. You might be wondering, how am I going to get this done? And all of a sudden it gets done. You might be wondering, who is going to help me with this? And all of a sudden that person comes into your life. You might be trying to figure out how you're going to get the bill paid, and then the bill gets paid. Don't get out of not having gratitude for the things and the way that God is showing up in your life. He's trying to tell you, I'm here. I know that you cannot see right in front of you, but I don't need you to see so far ahead of you. I just need you to trust what I'm doing. I'm trying to show you that I'm here. I will not leave you, nor will I forsake you. This reminds me of David, a young boy who had a mighty assignment on him. His family didn't even believe in him, but the Most High had a promise for him that he was going to be king, and King Saul wanted his head. And God made sure that that promise for his life came to pass. David, who was a shepherd boy, who was out protecting the sheep, was prepared not to fight Goliath. You wouldn't think that his assignment, he wasn't a soldier, he wasn't a warrior, but he was a protector. He was protecting his sheep from lions and tigers and bears. Those skills that he gained just out there while protecting the sheep helped him to defeat a giant. You are facing many giants in your life, and they might be bigger than you, and they might be trying to intimidate you, and they might be trying to instill fear inside of you, but You have to trust that God has prepared you. Do not take any experience in your life as just it is what it is, or I won't be able to use this. God is going to use it. Okay, he's going to use everything for your good. Even what the enemy meant to destroy you, God will use it. So don't think that you're not qualified for the job. God calls you to be qualified. He don't want you thinking that you got it all figured out. You've been qualified. You number one for the job. He's going to take the one who feels like they're not qualified and call them qualified. He's going to take up the most messed up people and qualify for them for the job, because he wants to get the glory, and he wants all of those people who try to take credit for what the things that have occurred in your life. Because I know some of you got some people who said, oh, I helped her do that. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't do it. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have the job. And God said, no, baby, I'm snatching you out of all of those spaces and places, because nobody's going to get the glory for what it is that I'm doing in your life. Those seasons are purposeful. Sit in them. Let God develop your character. Let God help you see what areas of your life he wants to strengthen your skills. Let God open up the doors for you. Sometimes God wants you to take you out from the hands of people so that they can't get credit for what is coming into your life. Something big is coming for you. Something big is coming for you. God wants you to walk in your purpose. He wants you to walk in it with confidence. He wants you to know that every trial and tribulation that you are experiencing right now is to help build your character. He wants you to be more like him. And I want you to know that it's not going to happen in your timing, baby. That's the most uncomfortable part. You have to trust God's plan for your life. You have to trust God's timing. God wants you to take you out of a place. He wants to sit you down. And that's so uncomfortable for a lot of us. To be still in a culture that's so hustle and bustle. To be broken down where you thought you had it all together. God says, no, you don't run nothing. I run this show. We're not on your time. You're on my time. But doors are opening right now in your life, at this point in your life. A point in your life that probably is not making much sense at all. But God says, lean not on your own understanding. We are to lean in on him. We are to trust the direction that he has for our life, the divine direction. The direction is going to lead you into your purpose. And that is not easy. To be led into your purpose and to trust with faith, to not be able to see where you are going, is not easy. That means you got to step outside of your comfort zone. That means you have to grow. That means you have to be willing to be stretched. That means you have to be willing to not know what is next. That means you have to be willing to trust what your eyes cannot see. But God is going to prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies, because you have some people who doubted what you were on assignment to do. They wanted to call you crazy. They want to think that they can slander you and manipulate you. Some of you are being called out of environments that are no longer for you. You're being called out of the circle that you've been attached to. It's time for new doors to open, and he's going to make it very uncomfortable for you. That's how you're going to know that it's time for you to step into your purpose and for what it is that God is asking you to do. It's going to be very uncomfortable. It's going to feel like a lot of doors aren't opening. That is what God does. He makes it very uncomfortable when your new is right on the other side. And you better believe the warfare is going to be strong when your new is on the other side. But embrace it. Embrace it. I can tell you it's not comfortable, but I can tell you that God is a provider. He will open doors. I'm telling you, he will open the doors. I want to tell you, I saw 3333 on the back of somebody's license plates. I'm going to read to you what 3333 means in the Strong's Concordance, okay? And I'm going to attach it to a couple of biblical verses, okay? One thing that I want you to know, when things in your life start getting rough, God is calling you to lean into him. So everything that I do will be attached to God and to his word, to his character, because I know that he is transforming me to be more like him. And I know that he's using me to encourage you, because you might not understand what it is that God is actually doing in your life, okay? People who are hurt people. People who are healed heal people. I know that God has called me to help heal, to help transform, to help change lives. I know that God is using me. I know that he is revealing to me things that sometimes I don't even understand. But when that little nudge on the inside of you doesn't go away, I want you to know that's God speaking to you. He wants to use you. We are ambassadors for Christ. And so I'm just being obedient to what God is asking me to do. So back to it, 3333. I got my notes right here. 3333 in the Strong's Concordance, the Hebrew meaning of 333 is to be straight, upright, pleasing, and just. This describes living in righteousness, walking in integrity, and in alignment with God's will for your life. Let me read this verse for you. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Okay? And then I have Isaiah 22, verse 22. I will give him the key to the house of David, the highest position in the royal court. When he opens doors, no one will be able to close them. When he closes doors, no one will be able to open them. God is opening doors for you that no man can shut. Okay? God is going to make the crooked paths straight. That means no confusion. When you trust in God and you lean on to what his word says, God will remove obstacles. The things that don't look like they will come to pass, the things that seem like I might as well just throw my hands up, this is a losing battle, God will come right in and clear the way. He will send exactly who you need to make that thing work in your favor. I'm telling you right now, trust and believe. Do not operate in fear. God does not give confusion. God is a man of his word. The enemy wants you to operate in fear. He wants you to think that your God will not come through for you. And I'm here to tell you that he will. He will provide the support that you need. He is a way maker, a redeemer, a restorer, a provider, a healer. Do not let the enemy trick you and deceive you. New doors are opening just for you. Every trial, every obstacle, every battle that you are facing right now, it's because you are on assignment to walk into purpose. And you're facing a lot because the enemy wants to scare you out of what's yours. But I'm here to tell you, when you face a lot, it's because a lot is coming to you.
A few moments later.
I can't make this up. So I told you about 3333. I saw that this morning on my way to an event on the back of somebody's license plate. I'm going to insert a picture. I'm on my way to pick up my daughter, and I saw 3333 on a sign just now. Confirmation. Walk a straight path. Walk in your purpose. Walk with integrity. Walk into the will that God has for your life. I promise you, he will not leave you nor forsake you. He's clearing a path for you. He's making the path straight for you. He's removing all confusion for you. You are on the right path, okay? Trust God. Even if you're having a hard time right now, trust that he sent me as confirmation for you. God is amazing. And He's using me as a vessel to let you know. Do not be worried. Doors are opening just for you. I pray that this message blesses someone. Trust in God's timing. Where you do not have the strength, God has it for you. You can't do this alone. Okay? Lean into the people who are there, who are genuinely supporting this journey. He's sending you everybody that you need. You are someone that somebody else needs. If you don't step into your purpose, somebody's going to be lost. And that's for somebody. Trust in God. When you put your trust in God, He will give you the trust and the confidence you need for yourself. You don't have to operate in the way that the world operates. You have been set apart. You are different from the rest. Do not get caught up in the culture. I pray this message blesses whoever it was meant for. Get ready for new doors to open. Trust in God, His grace, His mercy, His love, His strength, His provision. It will not fail you. Worship Him. Serve others. This is not about you. Your assignment is bigger than you. It's not about what money you're going to make when you walk into your purpose. It's about the lives you're going to change. I pray that this message finds whoever it is for. I love you.